Hello and welcome back to the 2020 Young Gun Shootout. This is Back 9 coverage brought to you by CH Sports. We are here playing Blue Lake Disc Golf Course. Here are the coverage sponsors, Resistance Discs, All Day Disc Golf, and CH Sports. Commentary brought to you by myself, Cordon, and I am here in the booth with Daniel Kitchens. How you doing, Daniel?
Doing great. Looking forward to seeing this back nine where we're going to see probably some of the harder holes out here at Blue Lake. Looks like we've got some good scores so far. DJ leading the pack at 6 down. I'm at 4 down, Taylor at 3 down, and you're just a little bit back with the 1 down.
Yeah, 1 down isn't really where you want to be after the front 9, but I mean, there's 9 holes left, and the back 9's where this course gets started, so.
Absolutely. Moving into hole 10, 300 feet, pretty much a forehand for most people. Looks like DJ's crushed this a little bit straight and is actually going to find OB a little bit pretty early.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Not the greatest way to start off your back 9, but I'm sure he'll get that back. And you're going with a higher line, and that looks to be too long. So unfortunately, you're going to be going OB as well.
Yeah, I don't play this course enough, and I totally overestimated the shot, so I kind of crushed the OB, but I'll have a par putt. Looks like Taylor's throwing the turnover with a putter, and that was well executed inside the circle for his birdie look.
Yeah, it was a nice shot by Taylor. He lit off like about a 25-foot putt. And I'm kind of doing what you're doing, just a little bit tighter. I'll be hugging the tight line, but that's a pretty great drive. I'm probably left with about 15 to 20 feet there.
Yeah, great shot. Looks like we have DJ just pitching up, probably trying to get his 4. I've got about 25, 30 feet for my par, and I kind of just float it up there, miss.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate miss there, but here we have Taylor looking at his birdie. This is a death putt. There's OB right behind the basket. Oh, just a little short.
Taylor clearly a little annoyed about that one, but he's going to get away with a par. And, oh, man, fortunately, DJ misses his short putt for his bogey. It's going to be a 5 for him. And, oh, man, just some putting struggles for the card. I think we kind of all just watched each other miss some shorties. So hopefully we can fix that going into the next hole.
Yeah, really unfortunate. That was honestly a good opportunity for me to try to get some strokes back on you guys, but man, I guess the nerves kind of got to me and I just missed that one. But that's all right. At least if we're all going to miss, it's all going to be at the same time. So moving into hole 11.
Yeah, so it looks like, Cole, you're actually going to get 2 strokes on DJ with a par. So you're going to be sitting at 1 down, DJ's at 4 down, and me and Taylor are now tied at 3 down.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, things shape up to be a closer race anyway. So back 9, things can get interesting, guys, especially here at Blue Lake. So moving into hole 11, we're at a par 4, 662 feet. Really, the tee shot is a fairway driver hyzer or a mid-range straight at it, but it's really just a 2-shot hole. See Taylor going here with the hyzer, and the second shot is really just a booming hyzer, and we'll see those later. But Taylor went with the sharp hyzer, and I'm going with a Adam Hammis Wasp.
Looks like you threw this pretty good. Really, you don't want much more than about 250 feet on the drive, because if you get too close to the edge, it actually cuts off your angle for the next shot. So I'm going with my FD3, just trying to throw a little spike hyzer. It's fine, maybe a little bit short of ideal, but
yeah, no, that's not too bad. You're in the middle of the fairway. That one little bushy tree in the middle is kind of what you want to avoid. And DJ, man, looks like he's got that too far left.
So I'm just taking a destroyer and I'm just pumping a huge hyzer here. Pretty much everything, all the tall grass on the right and stuff on the left, there's some OB. I'll be in an okay spot, probably to try to get up and down for my 4.
Yeah, that's that big hyzer second shot we were talking about. There is OB on the right and left side, so you kind of have to play a hyzer right to the pin so you don't over or under shoot it. And Taylor's going with another shot, and that's a beautiful shot. You know, he's left with about 50 feet, and that's fantastic. This is really kind of a pinched off shot, as you see DJ here.
He crushes a hyzer, and he pulls this just a little bit right, and that's going to be OB. And because pretty much the entire time he never crossed in bounds, he's going to have to ultimately pretty much rethrow.
Yeah, and so here I am looking at an opportunity to make a push, and I just crushed that. And that is about as good as it's going to get here on hole 11. That's the best second shot and first shot I've probably ever thrown on this hole. So I'll be looking at a birdie trying to make some moves on you guys.
DJ trying to save his par, and in fact, he's actually going to put it in the circle, probably like 15 feet. Fantastic shot from him.
Yeah, great way to focus in and really regroup that after that unfortunate OB. So you should be tapping in for bogey and trying not to lose too much. Here we got Taylor from about 50 feet trying to give us a nice bid and just cashes it. Great putt from Taylor.
Yeah, that was really a fantastic birdie. Any kind of birdie on this hole is definitely getting strokes, especially since Taylor's drive was a bit right. He had to throw a bit more of a stall, like flex shot, rather than the typical hyzer. So to get the 3 is awesome.
And there I am with probably one of the easier birdies you're going to see on this hole. I've definitely played that way better than I ever have before. It's not that easy, guys.
Yeah, that was really well played. And my bad, I said DJ was looking for his par, but still, he's probably stoked to take a 5 after ultimately having to rethrow. And I'll tap in my 4, which I'm pretty happy with.
All right, yeah. After 11 holes, we're already also close. I got the birdie in -2, DJ and yourself at -3, and Taylor at -4. So all it took was 2 holes, and automatically I'm back in it, and this is really anyone's game right now. So,
hole 12, definitely the narrowest hole on the course. It's about 370. Probably plays a little bit longer as it is a bit uphill, but you have this tiny gap that you have to hit. And it looks like Taylor hits pretty much first thing you can hit. Unfortunately, that's going to be OB, and he'll have to advance to the drop zone.
here I am going with a Missy Gannon Tour Series Undertaker, and this is really good. That should be probably about 25 feet from the basket. Got it through the gap, and I'll be looking at my birdie.
Yeah, fantastic shot. Anywhere in the circle or edge of circle is great. And I'm taking my champion orc, just trying to throw it up the gut, and kind of threw it just a little bit low, but I'll be in the fairway. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. And he's going to go with the forehand. Much easier way to hit the gap, especially since you're not turning your head back on the reach back in. But it looks like he's going to be hugging that tall grass on the left side. So,
yeah, he kind of crushed it. And again, another close call, but I think he ended up getting the inbounds call. Taylor, playing from the drop zone, actually throws a fantastic shot to give himself a look to save his 4, and I'm throwing not so great of a shot here.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate misrelease there. But, yeah, so anyway, here we go, DJ. Trying to putt through jail. That's not an easy putt around this green. There's a ton of trees to miss, and, that's really all he could give himself. So here you are.
Yeah, I'm just pitching up. I'm going to take a 4. Didn't really play the hole well, but get off the hole with a 4. Looks like he's also taking a 4, which is pretty good from where he was at. And looks like you've got maybe 20 feet for your birdie.
Yeah, this would be huge for me to really, put the pressure on you guys to really make a statement and get myself back in this race. And that is a really good putt for birdie. So we're going to be heading into hole 13 really all squared up with these players.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I believe you're going to be taking a couple skins with that birdie. And as I sneak in my bogey putt.
Yeah, so I think DJ won all the skins through hole 8, and I'm going to be picking up the ones hole 9 through hole 12 there, so that's 4 for me.
Yeah, tight battle. You're all the way up to 3 down, tied for the lead now. So you, DJ, and Taylor at 3, and I drop back to 2 down as we move on to hole number 13.
Yeah, hole number 13 is par 4, 653 feet. This is a really tricky hole. You got OB on the right side and the left side. This hole is very difficult in the wind. You cannot let your disc be picked up, but fortunately we did not have much wind today, so I'm just going with a standard forehand hyzer with my force, and I pulled this a little to right side. It's going to be in bounds, but there's some bushes reaching over into the fairway that I'm probably going to have to deal with.
Yeah, you'll be in a tricky spot. Looks like DJ's going back to his PD2 that he's been forehanding all day, and he pretty much crushes this to the perfect spot in the fairway. Great shot from DJ.
Yeah, nice look from DJ, and Taylor's going with a just nice straight mid-range right down the middle of the fairway. And that's a really good shot. Great control, not letting it get too much hyzer, not letting it hyzer out OB or turnover. So he's gonna get a ways down there.
Yeah,
Daniel, you're going with the hyzer like me.
yeah, I'm going back to my Zeus. Kind of just didn't really commit to the angle, and I'm going to be inbounds, but have a similar look to what you're trying to pull off here.
Yeah, that was honestly probably not the best shot for me. I probably should have just pulled something straight, but I was trying to go big and it just came out early, trying to put too much power on it. So I'm gonna unfortunately go OB to the right, and Taylor's just gonna go with the nice routine hyzer here.
Yeah, I really like the way Taylor played. If I had the control with the backhand mid range up the gut, I think that's really a good play. As I am actually really pinched off here, probably trying to do too much, and I sneak OB by just a hair. Pretty unfortunate, but I got a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, really unfortunate there, but I'm right there with you. So DJ's going up there with a forehand, maybe pushes it a bit long, but he's gonna have a putt coming back for his birdie. And just a reference to his drive, like that was his drive. That was super far up the fairway. It was a great forehand on his tee shot. So
And I'm throwing one of my zones again on their approach, and again, just not quite committed. And I'm lucky to have a putt for the 5, staying in bounds, and good approach from you. What you can, what you can't see here is I'm actually straight behind a branch, and this is pretty tricky putt. So pretty happy to cash that just to save another bogey.
yeah, great putt. That bush has grown a lot over the years, so getting around that and not letting it affect you too much, great effort on that.
So it looks like we have DJ here for birdie and just a bit low, but he'll be taking a 4, probably gaining stroke on a couple of us.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate after that amazing tee shot from DJ to not really be able to connect on the birdie. Definitely frustrating, but not losing too much, especially since you and I both took bogeys, and Taylor here with an opportunity to really take the lead.
Nice putt into the basket. He's gonna get the solo birdie here and pick up the 1 skin for the hole. And it's going to move him to 4 down. He's going to be in the lead. 1 shot over DJ, 2 shots over yourself, and I'm falling a bit back with my 3rd bogey in a row.
This video is brought to you by Resistance Discs. Head over to resistancediscs.com and use code CHSports at checkout to get free shipping on any order over $25. Thank you to resistancediscs.com, and let's get back to the video.
Thanks again to our coverage sponsor, Resistance Discs. They've got a pretty awesome selection of Discraft Tour Series discs, all sorts of things. So go check them out. As we move into hole 14, roughly about 900 feet, you've got a little bit of a gap and big long par 4, and you just want to mash something out pretty far and straight as possible.
Yeah, generally this is a par 5 in the normal layout, but of course for Portland Open this is a par 4. Very difficult one. It's definitely threeable, but you have to really mash 2 out there. 888 feet, roughly 440 feet a drive, and that's no gimme. So DJ with probably it looked like a PD2 or something there. I'm going with a force, just trying to put a move on it. There must have been some headwind. I don't usually throw this stable of a disc on this shot, but I'm totally okay with that. Really just getting out of the gap, getting in the fairway, and setting myself up for another one.
And I'm going to my Proto Kong, just similar thing, just trying to rip one out and turn this over a bit, but it's gonna filter into the fairway.
Yeah, it looks like this tree might be getting in your way a little bit. Would you originally go backhand there, or were you just kind of feeling the forehand already?
Yeah, sometimes I'll go with the backhand, but yeah, with that tree there, I didn't want to make a silly mistake. I didn't get too much distance off the drive, so just play for my 4.
Gotcha. And Taylor, just playing smart, not trying to get too aggressive, playing over that first island. There are 2 islands on this fairway, so if you go for it, you do risk landing short in that second island. Looks like DJ is going for it, but he doesn't seem to be out of bounds, so great job from him.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky as, again, this isn't in the tournament form. So generally there's 2 circular islands here that it looks like, Cole, you're throwing right over the top of. Pretty much anything surrounding near those bushes is not good, but looks like you have thrown pretty darn good drive, and you might have a long look for your birdie, which is excellent for this hole.
Thanks. Yeah, birdie is definitely a great task. It feels like an eagle for sure, but that's a great controlled shot from Taylor. Oh my goodness, we thought that was going in, but hits those branches and drops right to about 15 to 20 feet. So great job for Taylor.
I'm just trying to get up and down for my 4 and threw a pretty good shot to leave myself with about 20 feet.
And here we got DJ with a nice putter approach. Ooh, dinks off the pole. Great accuracy on that.
And Cole for the birdie. Just a little bit right. That's actually going to leave yourself with kind of a long comebacker. But you cash it right in the middle, so great par save. Still not really losing any strokes.
Thanks. Yeah, with my putt, it comes out really fast. So if I miss airball, it's difficult. It goes far past the basket, but that's where that's with a putt like that, you need a lot of confidence. So that's one thing I got. Great putt from you.
Yeah, glad to get a par. Kind of a little bit bummed the last couple holes. I was doing pretty good early on, but starting to slow down. So looking to pick it up on the last few holes.
Yep, and here we are with DJ and Taylor just tapping in their pars. So looks like it's just going to be a party. Moving into hole 15.
Yeah, that's not bad. That hole is a pretty tough 3. As you said before, it's generally a par 5, so a 3 would kind of feels like an eagle. So everybody getting the 4 is that's a pretty solid score.
So yeah, moving into hole 15, this is another par 4, 823 feet. Really, you can see that road in the middle. You kind of just want to play a drive right out to just before that, and then play a booming hyzer on the second shot. This is a pretty difficult hole because it's such a big drive, and you have to avoid flipping it over or getting it too overstable and left side like Taylor did there, and that's going to be an OB, unfortunately.
Forgot to mention, but there also happens to be a long drive award for this hole. So we're kind of all maybe getting a little bit more aggressive than usual as DJ crunches on this one, but turns it over just a bit, and I think he's going to find OB there behind the porta potty.
Yeah, unfortunate for Taylor and DJ there. They were both trying to get that big drive, and I'm ripping on a Star Destroyer. I'm just trying to mush it as far as I can, and I end up hitting that tree. That's a pump for sure. So I'm pretty stoked with that drive.
Yeah, that drive was looking like it was going to go 500 plus. I mean, if you had missed that last tree, you would have been in super great position.
Yeah, great shot from you. I mean, that's about a lot of the distance you got, and that's great. Being in that position is not bad, and as long as you're not too pinched, you should have a good opportunity to get up and down for your birdie.
And wow, DJ all the way back from back there is actually going to give himself a putt inside the circle for his par. And here we have Taylor throwing over the OB, and it looks like he turned this one over just a bit, and he's going to find OB again. This is a tricky hole.
Yeah, thing about where Taylor is, it's a big hyzer, but if you do end up pulling it a little bit too straight, that backside does come into play pretty quickly. And looks like you just came out a little bit early there, so you're going to be OB as well.
Yeah, just completely undercommitted on the hyzer. You're going to be in great position. Looks like you're probably throwing something fast and overstable and a little bit long, and you actually find OB as well, as we're all going to end up taking OB strokes so far on this hole.
Yeah, so really, DJ is the only great second shot on this hole, and yeah, just like you were saying, a little bit undercommitted on my shot. Didn't really get it right enough, and Taylor's left with this step putt for a long look for. I think this is bogey.
Yeah, I couldn't quite make it. So actually, I think with 2 OB strokes, Taylor might be looking at a 6. And this is you from 40 for your par. And unfortunately, couldn't cash it. That stinks after being in such good position off the drive.
Yeah, and that's a great par save from DJ, especially from being OB all the way back there. That's really something he will be happy leaving the round with. This is no easy hole. Definitely very easy to bogey. So a par leaving with this hole is very great. This is kind of like the gauntlet of the course is really 11 through the entire rest of the back 9. It's really difficult, and this is where the scoring separation happens.
Yeah, it's hard to say how awesome that par save was for DJ being so far back. It probably plays like 400 feet plus just on hyzer to get all the way up there. So great par, and he's going to be taking the only par on the hole, even with the OBT shot.
Yeah, so not a great hole for everyone here on the card, but things are still shaping up to be a close battle. I'm at 1 under, DJ is at 3 under, Taylor's at 2 under, and yourself is at even par.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pick it up on a couple of these holes if we want to stay in it. Moving into hole 16, probably might be the hardest hole in the course. 800 feet. You can crush a forehand or backhand. You got to get about 350 to 400 off the tee to be in position where you have 2 options. You can lay up to a little island, or you can go for a bigger shot and try to get to like the secondary island.
Yeah, so you saw DJ go with the forehand there, just sneaking inbounds on that right side, and I'm just taking a destroyer and crushing a big hyzer out to the pretty ideal landing zone. That's really just where you want to be if you're throwing a hyzer. So
Yeah, I again just not quite committing. I'm letting my frustration get to me and not quite pulling off the shots I'm looking forward to. And we've got Taylor throwing kind of a similar shot. This is leaking a little bit left. He's going to have to contend with these giant bushes.
yeah, I'm really fortunate for Taylor to sneak behind that bush. He won't have too much obstruction, but to be in bounds and behind that bush is probably even a great benefit because he can just throw something straight at that gap. So great upshot for you. And here we are looking at DJ on his second throw.
He's looking to cut all the way across with this beautiful turnover. And he looks like he's going to have a putt for the birdie.
Yeah, great shot by DJ.
Looks like Taylor's trying to cut all the way across as well, and also a pretty solid shot. There's no OB on that right side, so he might not have a look for his putt, but he'll be able to get up and down.
Yeah, and I'm going with my Michigan and Tour Series Undertaker again. I really love this thing, and I'm putting that right up in the gap, so I'm giving myself a nice little look for birdie.
Got my zone again, just pitched up earlier to this secondary island, and I'm trying to just get up and down and kind of just pretty typical of how I've been playing the last couple holes, just left this short.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, definitely keep in mind that we also have this side skins match going on. So trying to go for things and not lose too much off of that is also getting in our heads a little bit. So, nobody's really putting on a fantastic performance right now, but that's just, it's coming down the stretch. We're playing for some money, and we're getting in our heads. So
I've got about 40 feet left for my par and just a bit off, but good bid. Looks like, Cole, you've got just outside the circle for your birdie and also a little bit low.
yeah, definitely disappointed in that, just kind of staring at the basket like, what the heck. But yeah, it looks like we're all just going to tap in our putts here.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a couple pars. I'm going to be taking a 5. Yeah, not the greatest hole for the group, but we've got 2 holes remaining. Chances still for plenty of swings and changes in the score.
Yeah, I'm holding out at 1 under par for the round. DJ's at 3 under, Taylor's at 2 under, and yourself at 1 over. So you're kind of leaving the way behind, but anything can happen. Hole 17 is a very difficult par 5, 958 feet through some tight woods. The tee shot is pretty open, and you can really bite off a lot of distance, but again, you really have to hit this gap right and set up your second shot. So DJ's going with that nice turnover, hitting that gap on the right side.
Yeah, I got a little bit right, but there's a little sneaky gap over there. He'll have something. And Cole, you're looking to rip something up the middle, and looks like you got this a little bit turned over. It's going to be a little tricky over there.
Yeah, I yanked that over a little bit, pulled my destroyer a little bit too flat and right, so I turned over into the bushes. Taylor's definitely correcting on what I just did and getting just around that tree with looks like one of his emperors. So great shot from Taylor. He'll be in a nice position for his second shot.
And I'm just trying to throw a forehand just to the opening and turn this over a bit, but it's short enough that I'll have a look towards the opening.
So I'm kind of pinched off here, trying to make something happen. I need to, with DJ 2 ahead of me, and I play this nice anti-flex, and I'm going to be left right here right next to that tree. Hopefully that won't give me too much obstruction. And you're going with a forehand roller here, it looks like.
Yeah, I got this down with pretty good angle. It came out a little bit to the right, but got some good distance. It's at the point where I'm with 2 holes left. I'm several strokes behind and needing to make a move.
Yeah, all or nothing at this point. DJ looks like trying to do something and just unfortunately lets that go over to the left side of the fairway. Taylor going with a backhand roller. That's an interesting play.
Yeah, just everybody advancing a bit. Looks like DJ's a little bit off the fairway, and oh no, just trying to hit the gap over there and just sawed it off a bit. He's going to be in a tricky spot.
And there I am, kind of really trying to lean into that shot. I was just trying to play a Raptor flex with my Z Raptor, flexing it through the gap. And it actually worked out pretty well, so I'll take that fall for a good cause. So there we have DJ just laying out to the fairway, and Taylor.
Yeah, again, trying to lay down a roller. There's a lot of low shrubbery and roots and trees and all sorts of things, so it's kind of tricky. I'm also throwing a flick roller kind of off the fairway. Threw this one pretty well. I'll be in the middle,
Not
try
bad.
to maybe give myself a chance at running it.
Yeah, this is no easy hole. You know, over the years, this hole has definitely grown up a little bit. The ground has grown up, the tree branches have grown up, so it's really difficult to be throwing rollers through here with all the shrubbery and as well the air shots. Air shots are difficult because the lines are so tight. There's little branches that can knock you down anywhere. So we're all just trying to get creative and get down there as efficient as possible.
Yeah, and it looks like this one maybe leaked a little bit left for Taylor. This is an all-around tricky hole. It's hard to get up and down, and looks like you have a short approach left, and oh, that was a little close, but you'll have a tap in.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. Just get up and down for my par. Really, if you can sneak away with this hole with a par as well, hopefully you're going to be picking up some strokes. So, and you got looks like you got a nice forehand up there. Maybe pushed a little bit long, but you'll have a putt.
Yeah, I was actually trying to run that as I'm like 4 strokes back of the lead, so maybe trying to make some last minute go for the lead.
Yeah, I mean DJ, you know, unfortunately, oh man, with that missed putt, has not been playing this hole great. So this might be a huge momentum swing with Taylor with the bogey, myself with a pretty easy tap in for par. You know, this could be shaping up to be a close race here on the last hole. And it looks like you got yourself here from about 35 feet.
Yeah, and just missed that, and I'm kind of at this point, I'm too far back to really catch up. So at this point, the rest of this is going to be mostly for fun, but looks like I believe you have a little bit of a par left.
Yeah, so here you are just, oh no.
Yeah, I'm kind of just at this point, doesn't really matter a whole lot. I know where I'm going to finish. Hopefully I can clean this up and get off the hole.
Yeah, you know, kind of unfortunate on the green there, but, you know, as you're saying, it's just kind of like going through the motions, getting done with the round and getting off the course, getting to really refocus and regroup. But yeah, after that, we are heading into hole 18 in a 3-way tie for the lead. Myself, DJ, and Taylor all at 1 under, and you bring up the rear at 3 over. So here we are.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have an exciting finish. 3-way tie going into the final hole, 18. We've got par 4, about 620 feet. Tee shot, you kind of just need to crush something straight to a little bit of a hyzer to maybe round the corner. You've got OB left if you cut it inside early, but for the most part, everybody's going to be ripping a hyzer.
Yeah, so when this came out of my hand, I was really frustrated and I thought I pulled it too tight, but it pushed far enough. I got around the corner and I'm by that last tree under it. So I'll have a tricky patent pending shot up to the basket, but I'm pretty stoked with that being pretty far up the fairway. And Taylor's going to do something similar to me, but oh, it looks like he actually pulled that a little straight.
Yeah, he's a little bit out to the right, which is going to leave a tricky approach as you're in good position to get your birdie. So I'd imagine that DJ is probably trying to cut off a good amount of distance here, probably going back to his PD2, and looks like he threw it pretty darn good.
Yeah, great shot from DJ. And yourself just going to take a nice hyzer as well, looks like. Boom.
Yeah, I believe this might have been just a bit inside. So using one of the PDJ rules, I can actually back up here along the line of play, and I'm trying to just not really sure what I'm doing, just trying to get up and down, I suppose.
Yeah, and here we got Taylor trying to go low, make something happen. Didn't really have space for the hyzer and gets a wonderful kick away from that out of bounds. That was looking close, going to slide up there, but great recovery. And here I am trying to get it close, put some pressure on DJ to put it close next oh my gosh, put a shot close next to the basket, and unfortunately, this comes out a little bit early.
And DJ's gonna find the OB just barely. So with DJ being OB, you've got a putt for your birdie. Taylor has probably 40 to 50 feet left, and it's pretty much the last chance to give the birdie to keep it as a tie. So here we go with Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor's really he's got to put this in. I'm about 15 feet away from my birdie, so. Oh.
Good attempt. I think DJ's got a short putt left, and unfortunately he's gonna miss this. But at this point, I think everybody already knows you're about 15 feet left for your birdie.
Yeah, and if you know me, 15 feet is no gimme, but great putt for you to finish out the round. Way to finish strong on that putt. Way to go out on a good note, and just appreciate you being out here playing with us. It was a good time. So.
DJ getting up and into the basket. Unfortunately, with the bogey, he's going to drop down to third, and Taylor probably tapping in for his par.
Yeah, so with that, Taylor's putting in the par, DJ with the bogey, and here I am just going to toss in my birdie. So looks like nice comeback after that unfortunate front nine, but feels good to still come out on top. And man, what a tight race that was. Definitely a nail biter.
Yeah, congrats, Cole, on a great comeback after being really, I believe you were 5 shots back in the lead going into the back nine, and to come all the way back and win is pretty awesome.
Thanks, man. -2, not the hottest score to take this thing down, but a win is a win, and I'll take it for sure. Great round, great competitiveness on the card, and everybody, thanks for watching.
Hey guys, Colin here with CH Sports. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my coverage sponsors. These videos would not be able to come to life without these people's help, so I really appreciate it. There's plans starting as low as $3 a month, and every single dollar helps grow the channel. If you would like to see your name or business listed in the credits of every single one of my videos, please head over to patreon.com/chsports.